let's first talk about the base, right? So try and get a like a side profile view, and then we'll, right, you kind of watch how I'm gonna drop. So I used to think this was like way more just like straight down than it is. Like when I straight down, I feel my back is like tense right here. And what I need is my torso to stay relaxed so I can move it forward or backward, right, with relative ease. So what I want you to think is your hips are gonna go slightly back, your weight's down, and your torso is relaxed. So you could move it, right? So there, just nice and relaxed, but see how my hands aren't touching my knees when I swing, right? So hips are back a little bit and my weight is down, right? So we turn there, right here. So it's kind of a posture I need to, if you're not careful, you'll extend your hips all the way back or you'll tuck them all the way forward, right? We're trying to kind of stay in the middle, but look, our hips are gonna go back just a little bit, but I don't wanna arch my back when I do that, okay? So think about it this way. What you wanna do is drop your weight and you're, in a sense, sitting on my leg. Yes, okay, good. And put your weight back a little bit and down a little bit. Nice. So when I try and pick you up like that, it just puts weight on my leg, right? I'm not gonna pick you up and lift you if you're connected to my leg, okay? So grab here, right? So from here, right? If I just go straight down like this, if you start moving backwards, you got me, right? I'm off balance there. So what I've gotta do is not stay in the middle, right? But, and we've talked about this previously, but if you do pick me up and I haven't kind of found my base, I wanna go over to the side, right? So you do pick me up a little bit. I'm trying to go to the side and get on that leg. And look how I can move my hips forward, back, right? So every time you wanna go up, I go down and back a little bit, okay? Here, drop your weight, good, nice. And you can bend forward in your waist around my grip a little bit. Just lean your head forward just a little bit, like that. See, that puts, because eventually, here we can start going with our hands on the floor, towards the floor, to get that reverse ankle pick technique, okay? So putting your hands on the floor is on this spectrum, but it's kind of like adding to the stress of it, right? So of just like the back defense. But you gotta not get slammed. That's test number one, okay? So we've seen, throughout the whole program, the push defense from here, stay sideways, from here, right? So all of those body wiring drills to check and maintain our base, right? I always use that word maintain in here, right? And sometimes we're maintaining a position, but every time we look at base, it's find and maintain your base, find and maintain your base. Right now I'm in a base, but if things start heating up, this base needs to get a little better, right? So finding and maintain your base, essential skill. Let us now look at some options. Once you can, as I mentioned, once you can avoid being picked up, you can start doing cool things. The first thing we need to do is be able to break the grip, okay? Now, if you see, my feet are together and there's different levels of this where, like, right now I feel his hips are relatively close, and that's fine, he's doing the right thing. Sometimes people have their hips way back, right? Like it might be pushing into me like this. And we'll see this in some of the future classes where somebody's like that. We talk about all the right things to do when we're back there, right? Like, hey, don't let him drop weight down on you. But these next few classes, we'll see, like, if they make some mistakes, here's the technique, right? First, we got to deal with this body lock, right? So our feet are both together. So it's less important what foot he has forward, but my feet are square, right? Now, look what I'm going to do. I'm going to wedge my elbow in the crease of his elbow, okay? So I wedge there and then I step forward, right? So now, once I step forward, I'm in a base where I can redistribute my weight to break. Once I do that, I can go into an over-under clinch, okay? So here, wedge, step forward. So I get that sort of opposing forces of this wedge is framing against him and it's driving back subtly as I step forward into base and I'm redistributing my weight this way here, right? Now I can start coming in to over-under clinch, or another option is when I step forward here, right? I can come into arm drag, okay? Now look, I have my leg forward here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step back as I pull down, and I can take his back. You notice I have the arm in. We'll go over one detail with that, right? So when he had me a second ago, my arms are out, okay? Now look, if I can't find my elbow wedge here that I want, I can step forward into base and get my hand in. So it gives me a little space. Now with the hand in, hand goes this way, hips go this way, and I break. And there's that arm drag, and look, his hand's in now. Okay, so step forward. Good, now, you're gonna swing your hips that way as you break with the arm going that way. You already have your arm in. Breathe. Step forward with this one. You're gonna push my arm this way as your hips go this way. Yes. Oh, light bulb moment. Good, grab me again. Okay, so wedging with the elbow is a way to break the grip, okay? Now I can step in and then I've got a little space here. So turn. So here, my arm is in so I can swing my hips this way and grab. Stepping back, and then look, because of the arm drag, when I took it the back, his arm was already in, so step forward with your right leg. Yes. And then you've got it, and then step back, yes. Very good. Now, so that's two modes of breaking, with the elbow or with the hand in. Sometimes we can't find the elbow, we step, we can put the hand in. Sometimes someone will have our back with an arm in. And that seems like a really good idea. But then once you know this arm in break, and a couple of ways to get to it, you might reevaluate that a little bit, okay? So let's see you break with the elbow. So if you wedge with this elbow, you step forward here. If you wedge with this elbow, you step forward here. Here, okay? Wedge, step forward, and redistribute your weight. Yes, okay? Now turn into over-under clinch, and then transition to side clinch, okay? Here. Boom. Nice. So here's over-under clinch, so raise and go to the side. Boom, boom, boom. And then look, if I grab your head, go to the back. Oh, and then look, we got that arm in, right? Let's see how that organically happened, okay? Now, do that elbow wedge again. Go to the arm drag this time. Here. Boom. Step back. Yes. Okay? Now, you can't find the elbow wedge. Step, put the hand in. Break, over under clinch. Okay? So you can't find your elbow. Good. Step back. Or yeah, over under clinch is good. Now go this side. Good. I pull here, raise this elbow, and then go up. Boom. Nice. Very good. Okay, now do that arm in again, and then do the arm drag. Okay, so step forward. Boom. And then drag. Nice. Okay. So see what you can run into is like here, like look how my arm's all up. I'm not gonna get in there that way, right? So when I step, I give myself some space. I don't have to raise my elbow up as much. So here, I got a little space, right? So I'm coming in there, right? And you can sometimes just dig your elbow in after you step, right? But then you lose out on a little bit of like this action in the beginning where when I'm stepped, I'm framing if I have the elbow in from the beginning, okay? And then here, right? So that's two methods to break the grip, to break the body lock, right? We got the arm in and we got the elbow wedging and framing. And then, most important thing, of course, don't get picked up and slammed on your face. That would be terrible for at least you.